Welcome to the best gambling show on the internet. This is the home of the money pick. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Week 12 upsets to bet. Thank you, everyone, for the Thanksgiving wishes. Glad to be with you. Glad to get this money with you. Let's get to the first game. We got the Tampa Bay Bucs at the Indianapolis Colts. Bucs are plus 2.5. Sorry I skipped over this game yesterday, but I'm glad I had an extra 24 hours to think about it. I got the Bucs to win in the cover. And we've been riding the Colts a lot this year. They've been a covering machine. They play good football, and they're really well coached with Shane Steichen. This is nothing against the Colts. I just don't know if I like this matchup for them. Now, when you think of the Colts offense, I think of Jay Taylor, Moss running up the middle, Minshew on play action, and Shane Steichen manufacturing separation out of a wide receiving core that just isn't very good. I don't know if they're going to be able to run it against the Bucs. And when you got Vita Vea in the middle, not sure how you move him, not sure how you're able to block Levante David, even though he's banged up. And I'm not as high on this Colts offensive line as everyone else. I just think Steichen's been designing really, really well. But you got to like the Bucs in this game. And the way to attack this Bucs defense, we know what you need to do. 3 wide receivers, you need to slang it, and you need to attack this secondary. CJ Stroud laid a blueprint to attack them. I just don't think Minshew's that guy. He can be confused very easily. He could go Ryan Fitzpatrick mode in the blink of an eye. And I think the Bucs can win the turnover battle here. On the other side, listen, Colts defense last outing, we saw them against the Patriots. It was wonderful. It was a nice money bet, but we have to look at the 3 or 4 games before that. They gave up over 30 to a bad Saints offense. They gave up 30 a few other times, and that's where I'm worried about this Colts defense. And we know the Bucs offense, they're not going to be able to run the ball great, but they have been running it better. And like you guys mentioned on Instagram, I don't think Baker played bad against the 49ers. I actually think Baker is starting to play better. So when you look at this game, I just think the Bucs are able to do the little things better. I think they're going to stop the run on defense. I think their quarterback makes a few more plays. And sometimes we have to look at the DAWGS. We have to look at the weapons. Look at the Colts wide receiving core, and then look at the Bucs wide receiving core, and look at how great football Mike Evans is playing. I think a guy like Mike Evans is the difference in this game. A really close spread. I got the Bucs to win in the cover on the road. Bucs haven't been a bad road team this year, which is surprising. Next game, we're going to Mile High. We got the Cleveland Browns at the Denver Broncos. Browns plus 2.5. We're doing it again. Vikings were able to cover the spread. They didn't get the job done, but they should have got the job done. Like I told you guys, credit to Sean Payton for turning this program around. You know, they were giving up 72 points. They got rid of some dead wood on defense. But I don't know, man. I just don't think this Broncos team is as good as you guys think, as good as the public thinks. And we love the Browns, man. And on Patreon, one reason why you got to be on there, we got Browns -1 as a bet. And yes, we had to sweat it out, but I did feel like it was always going to cover. You worry about the Browns quarterback situation with DTR. He was absolutely terrible against the Steelers. I'm not going to try to frame it any other way. There's a reason why Joe Flacco is walking in that building today. We know that means things aren't good at quarterback. But this game's going to come down to the basics. Now, you ask me, okay, everyone's saying how good the Broncos defense has been playing. I absolutely love the Browns defense in this matchup. I think they have more playmakers. I think they're nastier, and I think they're more consistent. Also, we got to go back to that Vikings game. If you look at the first 3.5 quarters of that game, the Vikings were running it up the middle, absolutely pounding this Broncos front seven into oblivion. With the Browns, you know you have one of the best offensive lines in this league. They're also one of the most nasty offensive lines in the league. I think the Browns control this game at the line of scrimmage. Broncos offensive line also isn't too good, and when you got Myles Garrett coming off the edge, we'll see if Russell Wilson's able to make plays. I'm betting towards no. And I'm going to just go back to DTR. We know the man is struggling a lot, but I think Stefanski gets him on some more read option. I think we see him have a more mobile type game. I like the Browns in this. Mile high. I don't care about it. Browns winning the cover. Next game, we got the Kansas City Chiefs at the Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders are +9. I know. The Chiefs fans are hitting the keyboards right now and getting upset about this. Listen, I'm not saying the Raiders are better than the Chiefs. I'm not saying this Raiders team is even playoff caliber, but I do feel like if there's a catastrophic upset to happen in the league, it's going to be the Raiders this week. And you got to like what Antonio Pierce is doing. Remember on Instagram when he got the job, I talked about a thing called the new coach bounce. Some of you said it wasn't real. I really do think it's real. Now, could the pixie dust, could the magic be wearing off? Maybe. But they're getting the Chiefs at the right time, man. And the way the Chiefs collapsed in that Eagles game was borderline monumental. But a lot of it was what we've been saying the whole year. Who's getting separation besides Kelsey? If you take Kelsey out of the game, do they have a plan B? Is Andy Reid disciplined enough to stick with Pacheco on the ground game? And all those things were a resounding no. I mean, and I think this Raiders defense, they've been underrated the whole year. When McDaniels was there, they were on the field more than any other defense in this league. And now that Josh Jacobs is running the ball better, now that this team is playing with more gusto and pride, we're seeing the defense improve. And I like what they did last week against the Dolphins. And I don't think they should be scared to play the Chiefs. This is a great time to play the Chiefs. You just worry about that Las Vegas home field. It's more neutral field. It's more Rose Bowl than NFL Stadium. Let's hope the Raiders fans show up and they don't sell the tickets. Next game, we got the New Orleans Saints at the Atlanta Falcons. Saints +1. I know this isn't a huge upset, but anytime you think you're going to see some improvement out of the Saints, you'll just get Brown beaten back in your face after saying it. Now, when I look at this game, both of these teams are struggling, and both of these teams are in an Alamo game. Like, listen, in my opinion, the Falcons season ended in Arizona when they only put up 80 passing yards. But, you know, they're still in it. NFC South is really, really tight. So this is an Alamo game for both teams, and I'm just going with who I think is better coached at this point, and that's the Saints. Arthur Smith has left me scratching my head the whole year. He drafts Bijan Robinson, barely uses him, and you got this quarterback situation that smells like sulfur. I don't think it makes a difference if it's Heineke or if it's Ritter. You know, you bring in Heineke against the Vikings. You want to limit the turnovers. He churns the ball over 3 straight possessions, and we know Ritter is absolutely terrible. So it looks like Heineke will play even though he's banged up, and I think the Saints defense is the difference in this game. This is the fulcrum point. I think they're able to get 2 or 3 turnovers on the Falcons, and you just can't win that way. I know the Falcons are a good home team. They've won us money this year at times, at home, but I'm just not sure that they're going to be able to stop the Saints. And I love the Saints defense, and I'm not a big Dennis Allen guy, but like I said, Allen versus Smith, I'm going Allen. Next game! Toilet ball! We got the New England Patriots at the New York Giants. Giants +3. Should the Patriots be laying points against anyone in this league at this point? I mean, should they? And I want to just give you a quick reason. I know everyone loves to talk about the Patriots defense, Bill Belichick, oh, his son's doing a great job. I don't think any of that. I think this Patriots defense has underperformed this year. And with the Bailey Zapp, Mac Jones, bad quarterback play discussion, it gets swept under the rug. But that defense hasn't been good. If you're giving me the Giants defense or you're giving me the Patriots defense, I'm going with the Giants defense. And you know what? I'm going with Tommy DeVito. Hit the like button, share the videos, the best gambling show on the internet. And please, please don't run out and bet the Giants. But I really do feel like this Patriots team is one of the bottom 4 teams in the league. Same with the Giants. Hit the like button, share the videos. Happy Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving bets are up in a separate video. I did that Monday.